My husband says being a stay-at-home dad is the easiest job in the world and women are just complaining. He also makes posts about how easy it is to be a stay-at-home dad and how women just complain and are full of it. It is the easiest job in this world. I am glad he likes it, but I hate that he thinks he is superior to everyone and invalidates their experience. I grew up in a house where my dad didn't even lift a finger, and my mom did everything around the house. He was the fun dad, doing the bare minimum. I do not want that to happen to my husband. Also, it is my house too. If both people do chores, the stress becomes less. I know many friends who struggle with chores as a stay-at-home parent. I also know women who work and still do most of the chores, and his comments make me irritated. So yesterday, my friend Ashley came to visit. She is a mother of 2. Her son probably has ADHD and is very active. She has trouble handling her son and gets no help from her husband. Her son broke a cup in our house. Ashley was saying sorry, my husband cleaned it up, and she was complaining about how exhausted she was. My husband scoffed and told her she must be doing the parent thing wrong because he is a stay-at-home parent too, but has never had a problem. He said his wife barely does anything around the house and it is so easy. Maybe he should give her a lesson or two. I could see Ashley was upset, and I understand why. Later that day, I told him that what he had said to Ashley was rude. My husband acted as if he said nothing wrong and was honest. I pointed out that he doesn't do all the chores. I help him with at least 40%. That's why he thinks it is easy. He again argued that those chores are not significant compared to what he does. I told him he was being mean to everyone. We got lucky that our kids are easy and not active. Most kids are hard to handle. He again scoffed and said, "How hard could it be?" We argued about this, and he told me I was being ungrateful because no man would ever sacrifice like he did. I was upset, sad, and gave him some space. Okay, I stopped working on my part of the chores. I told him beforehand that since he thinks my contribution to the housework is nothing, I will stop doing everything. I told him since he thinks being a stay-at-home dad is easy, then he should have the whole experience of it. My friend's husband doesn't even lift a finger around the house, so I wouldn't either. He was upset and wanted to argue. He even tried to pull the incompetence card. I told him I would not do my portion of the job at home. I also gave the typical excuse, I work all day at my office so that we can survive on one income. It is selfish for him to expect me to do housework. I didn't do any housework. I didn't wake up in the morning and make breakfast. My husband had to do it. It wasn't hard for him, but I could see he was moody. I asked him to prepare my lunch because that is also my job. He refused initially, but then I told him he would do all the household chores, which includes my lunch as well. He only packed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I didn't do meal prep for lunch. It was his to figure out. At night when I came home, I didn't make dinner. I asked him to do it. He was shocked, but did it anyway. I didn't bathe my son, who is fussy, which pissed my husband off. I only helped my daughter with her homework. I didn't help him with the laundry. The first few days, he didn't say a word, but after a week, it was showing that he was getting exhausted. He was increasingly angry at small stuff. Cleaning would usually cool him off, but whenever he saw a mess, he threw a tantrum. On the weekends, I went to my mother's house to relax. That weekend, we were supposed to clean our bathrooms. He did that all by himself. As the days progressed, I could see him being angry at me. Even I admit it has affected our intimacy a lot. At last, after 2 weeks, he told me, basically yelled, that I had proved my point. Things are back to normal, but I can see he is very distant from me. Last night, I asked him to talk to me. He said he knew what game I was playing, but did not appreciate me treating him like garbage and not considering his feelings. I told him it was his words about being a stay-at-home dad being easy. I just gave him the whole experience of it. He kept denying that, saying I should have been more supportive. All these weeks, he felt like nobody and was so underappreciated. He felt invisible. He started to hate me for not giving AF and dumping everything on him. He is still not talking to me. We have booked a couples therapy session next week. Let's see if our relationship is sustained or not. Update, we did go to counseling and discovered many things about us and our relationship during the sessions. Firstly, I apologized to him and explained why I did that. I wanted him to feel like it is not easy if you do not have help. I also mentioned my mother's experience as the family's caretaker and that doing it all alone was exhausting. I think now it was a stupid way to get my point across, but I was hurt and very annoyed that he thinks women just complain about housework when most of them, I am sure, don't have help from their spouses. He expressed that he gets it, and those few weeks when I didn't help him took a toll on him. He doesn't get tired quickly, but it was tiring since he did all of it. I acknowledge that. After talking and communicating, we came to the root cause. He said that sometimes he feels insecure about himself, like he is not doing enough for us. All his guy friends have jobs. They provide for their families. His friend bragged about taking his wife on vacation in Greece. He felt small compared to that because he only made us dinner and gave me a massage. On the other hand, I gifted him a costly watch. He felt like he was supposed to be the family's provider, but felt tiny because I was out here doing well in my career, and he felt stuck. It was one of those moments that made me cry. I liked it when he made dinner for me and gave me a massage. He is a good cook. I asked him if he wanted to return to the workplace, and if that were the case, he would have my full support. I know then things will change a lot. We must compromise, but it will be worth it because I love him, and he is the best husband anyone could ask for. He says he doesn't want to handle the pressure of the workplace. Last time, he crashed and decided to quit. He likes being a stay-at-home dad, but also wants to earn, so he is looking for a part-time job while doing what we used to do. I encouraged him to look into freelancing and remote work. He did find one, but it is low pay, so the search for a decent job is still ongoing. He apologized to my friend Ashley. He realized that not everyone has it easy. We hit the jackpot with the kids because they are pretty quiet. People have different struggles. I know he is sincere because he deleted his blog posts about being a stay-at-home dad being easy. Also, unrelated, Ashley is getting a divorce. Good for her, I guess. We are fine. Our children are fine, and we still have one more session of therapy left. Our intimate lives are better. We found a way to communicate better with each other rather than being petty. I was scared that our marriage would collapse, but I'm glad we stood strong.